Yo.
Yo. From the
Just the two of us. And then there was two.
Word, right?
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
First the fat boys break up.
The journey, man.
What happened to Beyonce? Like, we on some Destiny Child shit? Like, what's going on, man?
No, man, it's tough out here
it's
now.
Tough out here in these podcast streets. You know what I mean? Man. Nah, Michelle, this episode, we wanted to do a men's episode because me and the bro, we always talk about it for a long time, how we never had an episode of us, like just us, just kicking it and just talking about like mental health and just things of like how we'll, like as black men, like what we go through on some like a daily, basis.
Needed. Definitely need it, man.
Yeah, even with a disability too, like, you know what I'm saying? So, we always got the lady in the middle and stuff. It was Frenchie or Michelle. I know you guys love Michelle. Michelle did such like a great job.
Yeah,
shout out to Michelle. Cool. She enjoyed the podcast, and I feel like make sure you guys check out the last episode. It was a lot of jewels, a lot of stuff that we dropped in there.
Yeah, that was a really heavy, really good episode. I feel like we touched on all kind of stuff. It was wide, topics, bunch of topics that we touched on. That was really good. So
yeah. So make sure y'all go check that out. But so me and bro always we on the phone. We be chopping it up like life stuff, and we was like, yo, why not just bring this to the podcast? Because a lot of men hit us up about like a whole bunch of things, like how you do this. You know what I'm saying? About women. It's like the fucking.
Me, it's just like regular conversations you and I be having. Like we be on the phone or at each other's crib, man. Just talking
offline. And maybe a lot of dudes could take whatever they get out this. Women too, because we're going to talk on a lot of bases, a lot of different, perspectives and stuff. But it's like, you know what I mean? I feel like as like males, sometimes our voice is not heard. You know what I'm saying? Like we are silent a lot of times, you know what I mean?
Totally agree.
And to have like a proper perspective, because there's other podcasts out there that like sometimes these guys be chatting and, it's it comes from a lot of trauma, I think a lot of times. Like a lot of these dudes be out here forcing their trauma about, a girl must have broke their heart in third grade.
Dudes got broke up in third.
Yeah, like
and they still pushing that. Yeah, they still talking. Speaking from that place. So
hurt like a hurt place. So it's like, and that doesn't do anything for our community. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not giving women a proper perspective inside of the brothers that are really
especially solid dudes. You be seeing a lot of dudes out there, and you look at the nigga, you be like, yo, how you did not get no girls, grow? Like you could look, your hairline busted, you just got in front of a mic, and now all of a sudden you could talk, shit about crazy. Women and shit like that. Like, bro, like you could tell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because it's crazy. Most of the guys, like, don't feel comfortable. I feel like most of the stand-up guys anyway don't feel comfortable, like just speaking about their pain or just or going through their hurt. I mean, speaking, because we don't get hurt anyway, like you said. We just be like, all right, whatever. Like, so we don't want to talk about it. We just deal with it. We just figure out a way to deal with it. Yeah, we take it on the chin and figure out a way to deal with it. So yeah, man. Whereas these guys, they jump at the first opportunity, like, they want to get in, push their crazy scenarios, narrative or whatever situations. But yeah.
Word. So what's good, bro? How you feeling, man? It's ending the year, December, new year 2024.
New year, new you type shit.
Oh, man.
I'm all right, man. I'm good. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just like coasting. I'm not up, not down. Yeah, I feel like, this year was a great year, another great year. It's right now, it's kind of slow. It's kind of slow. But I'm taking it with grace. Like I feel like work so much that usually you don't give yourself that grace, right? You just keep living in New York City. It's just constant, nonstop. Yeah, it's just so sometimes you just want to like decompress, man. I feel like that's what's been going on like the past couple months. Like work, there haven't been that much work going on as far as like modeling and stuff. Did a bunch of auditions. I didn't get any. So it's crazy because this guy hit me yesterday. He said he just moved. One of the brothers, he had a disability, a limb difference, and he was saying like how he just moved to the city. He was like, man, I haven't got a job in months, like 6 months. And I was telling him like, it gets dry spells like that. Sometimes, that's why when it's good, then you got to put money away. And when, it's just so you can have some cushion for the days that when it's not, you feel what I'm saying? So Yeah, man. It's been the past couple months, but I know as soon as next year pop, you know, I'm very optimistic. I'm not one of those guys. Even when it is bad, I'm still like, it's gonna get better. Like I just know that, you know, it's not gonna rain forever. So I'm all right, man. I'm cool, man. I'm feeling good. You know?
How you feel like ending the year how you feel like you ending the year strong? Like do you still have like I'm saying, you know how we started 2023? Is that energy still the same as when you ended the 2023?
No, I'm not gonna lie. It's not. It's not. Especially like being in this, like giving myself this grace and decompressing. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't want to do much. Yeah. So I know I'm not really ending the year strong. Which I usually do, and it gives me some momentum going into the new year. Like usually I start like when I have like an idea every year or something I want to do the next year, and I usually start in like November just to get the ball rolling. So like by the time January I'm out the gate. I'm taking off, right? But this year is a little different, you know, and I'm owning it, and it's okay with me. I'm not pressed. Like it's all right. Yeah, I feel like it's all right that I'm like that.
You ain't really dwelling on it too much. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna let it impact you too much, but
I don't want to stress over
going through what you're going through.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, and letting it be what it is. So yeah.
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like it's crazy because like the beginning of the year 2023 started off cool. It was good. The middle of the year got a little hectic for me. It's crazy. I went through a little breakup. I was beefing with my family member, my sister and shit. You know, it was just like tough life shit. Was my pops getting older, so you know what I mean. You could hear in his voice, like that's some shit they don't prepare you for, like your parents getting older and shit. Like I could hear in his voice. So that shit is a scary thing. I'm like damn, like I'm looking at my parents throughout my whole life, like they're supposed to be this figure, like they're never gonna die.
You think they're gonna be here forever, yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's kind of sad to see them get old in the ways like their voices, they're moving a little different and shit. So, but you know, it's pretty much just life stuff. I think just hit me. You know what I mean? But it's surprisingly like after that, like I'd say around like after June, ended up real strong. Like I finished out real strong. I'm like real happy how my year ended. Like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because the rough time between like I say like May and March when you know what I mean? Like, you know, because we all go through certain shit and you know, we have our days. Like I embraced those days I was going through. And I think that's what make like my good days great.
No, yeah, it's having that gratitude, right? Yeah, I think that's my default. Gratitude is my default. I feel like whenever I go right into it, whenever some stuff is just going really, really crazy for me, it's just, I just look to be like, okay, but at least I got this. Okay, but at least and it'd be like the simplest things. I know it sounds crazy. It's like, even though I'm going through hell, I'm like, at least I'm alive. And you get what I'm saying? Like, and thank God for waking me up today. It's really the simplest things. Or thank God for the roof over my head. Thank God for my apartment, my family, my love. I just start thinking of stuff like that, man. And I just be thankful for everything that I'm going through. Like, it's just, I take the good with the bad, man. So
yeah, it changes your perspective right away. Like it flips your mindset. Like if you're having a bad day or some shit like that, or as soon as you start thinking about something like, damn, this is what I do have, it automatically flips your mindset on like, you know, gratitude. Give a form of gratitude.
Yeah, people would be too set in that mode of where like they just be too stuck in that of what they're going through. It blinds them.
Yeah, in fact.
Yeah, it blinds them to the point they just like they can't see nothing else. But damn, I don't have any money right now. I gotta get this. I gotta get that. And it's like, dog, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
Sun gonna go up the next day, man. It's crazy. Talking about that, a bad day. I had a horrible day like 2 weeks ago. Wow. First time in a long time. You know, you know what I mean? And it's surprised. It was funny because like my friends and everybody know, like, cause I never talk about me having bad days and shit. So like I kind of posted something on social media that day, the following day that I talked about my bad day. Cause when people see me like on social media, or like we talk, they always think like nothing bad happens. Like I'm always smiling. They don't think like shit be happening to me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like I wanted to be real and like post something like, yo, like what happened was I woke up 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock to work out. That's the time I work out usually when I'm up to it. And like my body was in shock. Like some chills, I had a fever. I was feeling like shit. Feeling like shit. And that same day, I had to go to therapy all the way to the Bronx VA to, I do something called the rewalks, like an exoskeleton.
Okay.
So they put me like in this robotic suit, like an Iron Man suit kind of, and I'm walking in it, and it helps me with my low limbs, and pretty much just standing up on your legs is good, period. Like, because we always sitting down. But yeah, so I wasn't feeling great. I was feeling like sick and shit, and I'm like, it was like a battle from every movement, pushing the chair, going to the bed, going into the shower. I was literally telling myself, Jesse, keep on going, keep on going. And the reason why I did that is because those are the days, like those hard days like that is where I get my strength from. So like when you see me on these type of days where I'm smiling and happy, it comes from those dark ass days. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how bad those days get. So I look at it, it's kind of crazy. I look at it in a way, it's like if I could get through that day, any other day will be easier, right? Because our bad days be rough.
Bro.
Like it doesn't stop. Like you know what I'm saying? It's with the wheelchair, it just doesn't stop. Like it just keeps on going. So like not only that I was like really sick that day, couldn't move and stuff, my wheelchair punctured the tire.
Oh, man.
And bro, like how hard it is to push a chair with with tires that's punctured. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it took me like 3 hours to get dressed. I had it in my mind, I'm like, I'm still gonna take a shower, go drive my ass to the VA, walk an hour, drive back. I don't care. I'm just gonna get through that day. It took me a while. It took me long, but man, I got through that day. After that night, I was like, I couldn't believe how I did. I don't know what I did. That was just straight up willpower. But like I said, those are the days and those are the things that make me feel like it's not a lot of things that I can't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know the average person would just tap out and quit.
Yeah.
And that's not for say that people should handle it that way, because everybody handle their stuff a little.
Yeah.
That's how I handle it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I handle my little bad days and how I try to, because like I said, it's like kind of like a chip on my shoulder. I'm like, I ain't letting this chair or this disability defeat me on that day. I'm gonna look that shit straight in the face, and I'm gonna challenge it, and I'm gonna get through it. You know what I mean? And that's just my way of dealing with it. And it might not be a healthy way.
Might not be, but that's what works for you.
That's what works for me.
But to be real, that's what like sustains us and keeps us good, like to able to deal with our disability. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because there's a lot of days that we have, bro. That don't be, if you would have gave up that day, a lot of the other days you give up too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but the fact that you propelled yourself and pushed and willed yourself through that, it makes the rest of the other days that are not, now that was a crazy day. Yeah. But you still have other bad days that are just a little lower than that, right? So you tap out to those too. You're able to
push through those days.
You push through those days, right? Because of that day, stuff like that. So I get it, bro. There's days, man, I've been like shaking, trying to put like not feeling good, and I'm in the house by myself, and I got to go to the ER or something, and I'm like shaking, bro, like fever. You know what I'm saying? Like got a UTI. I'm trying to put my clothes on just to go to the emergency room. I'm talking about tears, bro, crying, taking like an hour just to get dressed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like shower and get dressed, bro, and I'm just like by myself in the crib, like just trembling, like so. But again, those are the days that propel, me to get through and I will myself through. I see it through, and I be in the emergency room like, man, God, get me through this. Like, I swear. And that's why, it's just, again, it's the gratitude of it all. Cause I'll be in the hospital the whole time and I'm looking out the window. And one thing, you know how you got like pet peeves or something like you hate? I used to hate like buses. So I would just be in the hospital and I'd be looking out the window, and it used to, the window I used to have in this one particular ER, it always had like the main street, and you could just see like buses going by, and I would just be looking, and my mind would just go to like the people that are on the bus. And I'd put myself on that bus, and I'd be like, God, I'd do anything just to even be on the bus right
on
now.
The bus, yeah.
Like, I don't care how long because they stop at every stop. They're like, you got to be patient, bus, right? So it's just like, I would do
anything to be on that bus.
Just be on the bus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that would just make me feel like, okay, so once I get out of here, I'm good. Like, Yeah. So, yeah.
That's crazy you say that about talking about this bus story. So when I first got shot and I was in the hospital, right? That shit is wild how you say that, because when I first was in the hospital, I was in the hospital for like 4 or 5 months. And one thing I missed was taking a bus going to school. And it's the bus I used to go take, it was like the 46 when I went to high school. It was like the 46 in Staten Island. And I was in the hospital. I'm like, damn, I would kill this just to get on that bus. And that's crazy, right? Like,
because you hate, but our patients, I used to
Yeah.
hate the bus, bro. Like, but I swear, like, I would look out the window and I'd be like, man, I'd give anything to just be on there right now. Like,
it's crazy.
So it's just like to be in a better position than this, to not be here, not be in the hospital. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's always my outlook, right? And it's just like, and because of that, then I also think of like, there's always someone that's doing worse than you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just always that type of mindset. It's what keeps me grounded. Yeah. Again, like I said, it's default that I tap into, like whenever I'm going through something. And that just, it keeps me sane. Like,
But like I said, like, because like I said, some people might think we don't got no rough days. I know my friend was like, I'm so happy you posted that because everybody think you always smiling and shit. I'm like, our days, I just don't post about it all the time. Like everything is ain't for social media all the time. You get what I'm saying? And those are the days I'm really attacking that day. So I don't got time to really just be posting like, it's a battle that day, right? I'm going to war that day. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, you being there like trembling, you like you really talk. I was talking to myself, bro.
Yo,
I'm like, let's go.
Yo, you
bugging the fuck out.
You gotta talk yourself through it.
You know what I mean?
Bro, I be praying. I be like, God. I be talking to myself like, yo, you gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. I'm not dying today. I'm not giving up. You going through it, bro. Like what?
But I think that's the mental toughness that we have where, another person is just like, yo, fuck it, I'm giving up. I'm tapping out.
Yeah, I'm calling the place. I'm not going today. I'm gonna just chill.
Just chill out.
Let them take care of me.
Yeah.
Pat me on the back. I'm good. Me, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I gotta fix this.
Yeah, so, like I said, bro, we have our days and, to the audience, like I said, because a lot of people do see us on social media. They always ask us like, yo, how you do this? And we do have our bad days, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a bad day. Just don't dwell on them. Like, don't be in that funk.
But you do have one thing you have to do is you have to sit in it. My thing is just don't sit in it too long. I like to give myself like, even when I'm like if something happens, I immediately, I take inventory, I access it, whatever, and I'm like, you know what? All right. I give myself like 10 minutes or something to just be upset about it. And I'd be like, all right, dog. What we doing next? Like, you can't just be here all day just moping around, like you start to make yourself feel sad. You start to look in more ways to be sad about the situation. It's like, nah, you
could make yourself feel sick.
You could make yourself depressed, bro. I do something so subtle, bro. I'm like bugged. Like I go to the bathroom, bro. I look in the mirror, start dancing inside. I do something mad silly and stupid, bro. Or either I just play some music. I swear I be in my bathroom, bro. I just start dancing for like literally like one song, bro, and that'll change my whole mood and trajectory for the day. And I just start feeling good. Either that or again, like motion, like get your body moving.
Right.
That's always good. A workout, I'm always gonna go to that.
Yeah.
That after a workout, I always feel a lot better. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm crazy. Like I'll be on some Heath Ledger shit. Like they say, if you ever sad, you should try it. You should definitely try it. If you're ever mad, right, and you go through a bad time, go in the mirror and start smiling. You're gonna start. Yeah. It's weird. Yeah. I don't know what it does to you. I don't know what it does to your body, but I don't know if you're not gonna feel too much better, but
no, yes, you are.
You're gonna feel better, but it's gonna make you laugh. It's
gonna make you laugh, bro.
Just try. I swear. Those of you at home, just try. I swear to you, it's something. It's weird shit. I don't know if your body telling you like, yo, you really should be.
Bro,
happy.
You go from fake smiling because you're not really feeling it. Yeah. Then you start to smile a little bit. Then you start to laugh a little bit. You be like, it just, bro. I swear it works. Yeah. It works.
It works. It does work. Man. Yeah.
I be talking to myself like, yo. Are you good though? Like I'll just be anything. I say anything, bro. But like, yeah, you gotta do that, man.
Right.
You gotta do that, yeah.
You gotta play the mind games with yourself, man. This is mental warfare we out here.
Yeah. It's mental, spiritual warfare. Yeah, we're going through it, man. So, yeah.
Bro. All right, so Bong, we got some questions. Like people also, sending to the podcast.
Let's get it.
Let's get in some questions, right? Since we all talk on the topic of like, from a male perspective, and you want, what I mean, people want to hear that, and we can elaborate on it. Somebody asks us, when's the last time somebody said that they appreciate you?
Okay, just this last weekend, last Saturday. So I was a guest on this podcast show Oh my God, I forgot the name
Brain fart.
of it. Huh?
Brain fart. You wrote a podcast.
Huh?
You said you wrote a brain fart.
Brain fart? No. Oh, no, I'm trying to remember the name of the show. The show, they just getting started, so it's hard for me to remember. They only like 2 episodes in, and they wanted. It's just really sweet woman. She's really, really cool. Her name is Benet. She had me on her show, and yeah, she's just like, King, I appreciate you so much. You don't know how much like you helped me to get through my disability and become like, because she's also now models as well, and she just started her podcast. She was like, you just helped me get out there and do everything that I'm doing. She's like, I appreciate you so much. And you don't know how gratifying that was to hear, like, you know, just like to be appreciated, because we do so much that and you feel like it goes unnoticed, right? And no one's, you know, just like, and just being a dad, a father, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, do so much, you bend over, you know, it's nothing you won't do, you know, for your loved ones, you know? And yeah, a lot of times you feel like it goes unnoticed. So I really appreciated that, man. Just that small gesture, man. And just, yeah, that meant a lot to me. So yeah.
It's crazy because, like, you know, with that question, and I
don't hear it often though. Don't hear it.
No,
often.
That's what I'm saying. I want to.
I can't. Prior to that, I can't remember the last time.
Yeah. Like I want to tap into that because I feel like as men, a lot of times, like, we're very simple to hear. I love one say, "I just appreciate you." Will go a long way, right? Yeah. Because there's a lot of sacrifices that we make that they don't even see. You know what I mean? Because we're not braggadocious about what we're doing, right? So I feel like a simple I appreciate you for showing up, right? Because you don't got to show up. You don't got to play the role you really playing in a person's life or a family member's life, right? So people take that for granted, right?
Oh, for sure.
And I think a lot of men, bro, like a simple because we don't really ask so much, like, you know, so like a simple I appreciate you goes a long way.
A long way.
So, like, you know,
it becomes a sense of entitlement. Like sometimes we like people, because especially if you're a stand-up guy, where you just do and you don't look for it, you know. Like, and that which most men are though. Those are the type of men that I was raised by. Like, so, you know, they just took care of home. They just took care of their wives. They just took care of the family. You know, and I don't really remember anyone saying to them either that they were appreciated. Yeah, like, you know, and I wish when I was a kid, I wish I would have told them that more. My dad, my grandfather's type stuff. So,
you know what I mean?
But yeah, man.
Yeah, that's some real shit. Because it's like I said, the things we do, a lot of the sacrifices we do go unnoticed, right? Compared to like our counterparts, like the mother or the wife, or they always get the praise and like, yo,
we don't get
you don't get nothing. Like, and at the end of the day, like, as weird it may be or seem, we will die for our family or our loved ones, right? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that, and I feel like respect. Being appreciative, respect. We'll take that over love or anything any other day.
Main
you know
two components, bro. Being a man and being in a relationship. I take that over love, bro. If you appreciate me and you respect me, that's all I really need, bro.
Solid news. That's all you need.
That's all I really need. Man. That'll keep me there. That'll keep me there, keep me grounded, and keep me content. Keep me like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, keep me content. And just knowing that you're appreciated, because there's a lot of spaces where women nowadays, especially in this era, they let you know, like, I don't need you.
Yeah.
So when a woman does the opposite and lets you know, like, hey, like, you know, what you do is needed, and I appreciate you, and you feel what I'm saying? Like, it goes such a long way, man.
And that shit is very simple, the easiest to say.
It's but it's so hard.
What do you think is the ego of a person?
Yeah, they be a lot of them. I don't know what it is. I can't speak from their perspective. I don't know what it is that makes them feel that, you know. But yeah, to just give kudos.
Yeah, respect and appreciate. I think that goes a long way. That makes a man run through fucking buildings for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
All right, so this is something I came up with.
What's that?
You know what I mean? Because I was just watching some shit, and I was watching some shit on TikTok, right? I was watching a story on TikTok. It was about this guy was explaining this story, how he's with this dude in high school, right? They got in an altercation in high school, and I think it was around his freshman year they got in this altercation. During his sophomore year, they was in detention together, right? And during the detention, they got no more beef or no malice with each other. They just like, yo, we grew up, we just fought our freshman year is no real beef.
Yeah.
The teacher allowed them to leave the detention center early because she had like an emergency. And when they was walking home, the dude that was like provoking the fight in their freshman year, he just started crying. And the dude was looking at him like, yo, why you crying? Is everything all right? He was like, yo, bro, I only put my hands on you because they was putting hands on me at my house.
Damn.
And he looked at him, he was like, yo, like, I took my demons out on you because those are demons I was facing in my house. So it's like, you never know what people's dealing with. People deal with like spiritual battles and they take it out on other people, but it comes from something, right? So like you will see somebody that's angry or just always on 10. That it's coming from somewhere. Right? It's coming from some type of spiritual or some type of demons that they're facing, right? And like that shit hit home to me because he was like, yo, the only reason why I hit you is because I was getting hit. Right? So it made me think like, as like, you know, we grew up in the hood, right? What do you think is the proper way for Black males or to deal with aggression, right? Because I feel like we always taught to deal in one way with violence, straight up violence.
Yeah.
And like as I get older, like and that's something I had to work on too, because it was a time like in my early 20s, still in my 20s, but like everything, I felt like I had to prove something. Like I always like I couldn't let nobody say nothing to me, like, and I was a hothead, right? And then what I know being a hothead got me in a lot of trouble too. You know what I mean? You wise up. It's like we talking about being like emotionally intelligent. Emotionally intelligent doesn't mean you have to, like, it doesn't also mean like you have to control your emotions from having outbursts, but it's just standing back and paying attention exactly to knowing exactly what's going on in front of you, right? So I'm like, my question is like, what is a good way? Like, how would you tell a young Black kid growing up in the hood to deal with a certain altercation or an issue, right? Like, and if we're only taught one way, which is violence, how do we change? How do you think do we change that?
I would say the first thing would be to like understand your emotions. Like I would feel like you would have to like tap into your emotions. I feel like a lot of times, like again, remember how I said the older guys in our family, like, you know, fathers and grandparents, they didn't show, like they didn't cry in front of us. I don't think I seen my grandfather ever cry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would say like to like even to mothers and to fathers, instead of putting that pressure on your son, you know, in the hood, he's like, yo, you can't cry, yo, get up. Like, you know, be a man. Nah, yo, it's okay. Like, okay, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but feel that, sit in it and understand why you feel that way, right? As opposed to just lashing out and just, cause hurt people. That's what I got from the story. Yeah, like he's at home getting his hands put on him and getting beat. And so he just wanted to make someone else feel that, which is kind of, oh man, it's so crazy. Having this conversation. Okay, so like with, I don't know if people know, like my younger brother, he was shot. When I got shot, I just wanted someone to feel my pain. You feel what I'm saying? Like I wanted someone like when he was shot, I seen my parents and my grandparents in the ER crying and stuff like that. And that's how I ended up catching my first case. Like, you know, because I wanted someone to feel exactly how we felt. You know, when we was in the emergency, when we was in the operating room and we was in ICU, seeing my brother and stuff like that. I wanted someone's mother and I wanted their family to feel what we felt. So that's how I ended up catching my first case, which was an assault, and after he got shot, someone else got shot, and I ended up doing time behind it. And
but see, and that's the problem. I feel like we was always taught, it's like, why is violence why violence is the only way to handle these issues? Like that is a feminine way to handle things too, right? Because meaning that is if every time you get an altercation, it's for you to lash out
with your emotions,
your emotions. You're leading with your emotions every time.
Definitely.
And I'm like, I was always just sitting there thinking, I'm like, how do we change that? Like,
to teach you by teaching someone, teaching a young man to be emotionally sound and emotionally intelligent, like to understand again, like to understand his emotions and sitting in it and saying, okay, this is how I feel, but it's okay and understand it's okay to feel that way, and why, what I'm saying, like why you feel that way, and it's okay to feel that way, as opposed to like shunning it and just being like, nah, you can't. Like, don't be no punk and don't be no, nah, you gotta, like me, that's the thing, that's what gets me through my day now, feeling every emotion, as opposed to running from it. I feel like a lot of people still run from their emotions and stuff, right? Like me now, no, I sit in it for a while, cool. Okay, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm feeling. Okay, now how can I get past this and, in a healthy way? Right. Like, that's the way that I deal with my, so if I gotta cry, I cry. Bro, I will cry and be in the mirror and like laughing, and within 5 minutes, like right after I cry, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just be feeling like the world is just too heavy. Like it's on my shoulders, and I might be, might be going through whatever. I may be going through health issues, family stuff, whatever it is, right? And it just becomes too much, and I be in the house by myself sometime and just let out a rare, just like it'll come out. Yeah, but I swear, like, right after it, I will always laugh. I don't know why. I just start feeling like so lighter after that. Like my spirit just feels so much lighter and better. And so that's what that would be my suggestion. Yeah.
But we need more like leaders and like people that's like guiding younger men
towards that.
Because I feel like the elders, like growing up, like the OGs in my hood, they wasn't talking about no emotional intelligence or nothing. They wasn't talking about
definitely some new stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah, but it's healthy. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We wasn't. Yeah, my grandfather, my father, he's just now like getting soft. He's 60. He's like 61. He's just now getting like learning how to be softer. Like I'm glad I caught it before. You know what I'm saying? Like this age, as opposed to waiting until I'm 60 something to realize like, yo, I ain't got to be hard all the time.
Not facts,
like, or like, especially like with my kids and stuff. Like I'm like, my daughter always say like, Dad, you're like the affectionate one. Like as opposed to my mom.
Like, figuring out how to parent in a different in a
healthy way, in a different way. Yeah. So she said something to me too. It kind of that was tough to take. She said, Dad, you're like really, you were like the affectionate one. Like, you always came in like, at night you put us to bed, said, I love you, give us kisses and stuff like that. And you always hugged us and showed us affection and say, I love you, always be verbally like said, I love you and stuff like that. She's like, so that's why like, when you and Mom split, like when you left, the house was like cold.
It was a little different.
It was different. She said it was a big piece missing. Like once you left, that was tough to take.
Because a lot of times those patterns can continue down to like the younger generation and stuff like that. Yeah.
So much so that she said with her at the time boyfriend, he was like, why don't you? He was like, yo, how come every time like I try to hug you or try to touch you or get affectionate with you, you be like,
you backing off.
Yeah. And she said she had to catch it because she said her mom was like kind of like that. Which she was though when I was with her. She was like that too. Kind of real like tough and like just I don't know.
That come from something and it come from a hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
A hurt.
Definitely. Part, and she said she didn't want to be that way in her relationship and with her son either. Right. So she assessed it and was like, okay, I gotta fix up. Like, Yeah. So that You know
what I mean? I think, and I feel like those conversations, like a lot of time, I feel like society try to put like Black men into a box, right? Meaning that it's like you see on social media or like, hip hop, you either be super thugged out or like some say it's no in between.
Overly masculine. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of Black men deal with like identity crisis through that because if you don't, growing up, you don't have that certain look or you're not that tough, you're not going to get a certain look from a woman, right? But me personally, like, that's why I always preach just be yourself. Like me, I'm myself anywhere. Like I could be like one thing I'm like, I'm proud of is that like I could be on Wall Street talking about Jim Cramer and talk about the S&P 500 and like I could have a crazy vernacular. You know what I mean? I could talk that talk. Right, but also I love my filler words. I like saying and like, and or I could be in the hood shooting dice with the guys. Like, but I'm still me. Like it doesn't dictate. It doesn't take my black card away. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of black men are scared to venture out and just be who they are. You get what I'm saying?
Because it's like society, you almost want us to be stoic in a sense. Like you can't even be who you have to be one way in order to be a black man. And that's not true. That's really totally true. Not true. We have so many dimensions to us. Just like the black women. We have so many different dimensions to, that's what makes us who we are. Yeah, that's what makes us beautiful in that sense too.
Right.
Which is why everyone steals from us.
Not facts,
Yeah, which is why everyone, they come and take a piece and right. So,
and that's why, like, I pride myself. Like, I love to have like so much layers about me, and and like I said, just having that conversation with your daughter. I wish, like you, some saying those type of stories are portrayed more on social media because it shows a different side of a male, of a black male. It's not hyper masculine. You know what I mean? It shows different sides and. Like I always try to not
to cut you up, bro, because for her, like I'm the softest, bro. Like me and her, bro, we be crying on the phone. Right. We be going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it always brings us closer. Like, I love our bond and our relationship, man. She's like, I try not to judge. You know what I'm saying? Like who am I? Right? Like, so, and I guess that's what brings her closer and, to me, and because I just don't judge, just let her be her.
Let her be herself,
and that's so that way she feels heard and she feels seen, and that's why she feels like she can come and talk to me about pretty much anything. And I love that. That's what I love about our relationship, So yeah, man. So and I feel the same way. Like I'm so many different dimensions to me. Like I'm not just one way, bro. Yeah, you can't just, I be on my workout stuff, bro. Like even look what I'm doing, bro. I got my clothing line.
Right.
I try to be, the best father that I know that I could be as possible, modeling, everything that I'm doing, I don't know. I feel like you can put me in just about any room and I'll fit. Yeah, and that's, I don't know, because I love to learn. I'm like a sponge. I just soak up knowledge. So I love to learn and just, so you can put me in any room and I'm just like a kid in the candy store, like, and I fit right in though. I'm not, I'm not conforming. I'm not just I'm not trying to be down or none of that. I'm still being who I am and being strong and, who I am. But yeah, man.
I feel like
I'm not just one dimensional.
Yeah. And I feel like more brothers need to be doing that, right? Because like, it's crazy because like, I was telling my man, he just came home from prison and shit. And I was comparing him to somebody, because I used to work on Wall Street, to somebody working on Wall Street. And I was like, yo, bro, different from him. Like my friend, like he's a stone, like everybody know him. You some say from doing crazy stuff and like he's fair, whatever. I don't look at him like that. That's somebody I grew up with. Yeah. But I was telling him, like, for him to live 30 years and not be killed and live the life he lived, that takes a skill. You have to have some type of genius to you. You know what I'm saying?
In order to maneuver
to survive,
like jungle. In order to maneuver
through jungle, and he's really was in the in the streets, right? Trenches. So I was telling him, like, if you take that same person on Wall Street and put them in your environment, they're not going to survive. But you can thrive in their environment.
You can thrive, right?
I said, bro, you need to tap into that because you're capable to do that. It's a survival skill. You just surviving in a different way.
Right, yeah.
And he took heed to what I was saying because it's like, I don't know, I got a lot of, like, it's weird right now. Like a lot of my friends, my best friend just came home last week. So it's like, I'm seeing everybody coming home around 30 and like they're all getting a construction job anyway. So I'm like, yo, we gotta make that change. And I'm very positive. Like I grew up in the hood, but I wasn't indulging into like crazy shit. But it's just those are my friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at them in no way. Like those are the people I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm always going to tell them the right thing, the positive thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want them to be themselves, right? Because it's like I know the older heads in my hood and stuff, they always felt like they forced us to be a way. And then you grow up and you're like, it was the wrong way.
That was the wrong day. They were teaching us the wrong things. Yeah. So now because of that, I try to teach the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's just being themselves.
Yeah.
Because there's so much talent in our neighborhoods. Like
bro, so much talent in the hood, man. But people don't, you know what it is? A lot of times we get too busy with listening to what our peers think or trying to impress our peers instead of just listening to that voice inside, man. That voice inside that be talking to you like, yo.
I know exactly
you
that.
love basketball or yo, you really like acting or yo, you really like photography or like skateboarding, whatever it may be,
it's
right?
fear, bro.
Yeah, it's fear, bro. And then you start to think, oh, so-and-so gonna think I'm weird. You think of your immediate friends, you're gonna be like, they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga on some weird shit. Like, what he doing? Like, just when you pick up a skateboard or a paintbrush or whatever, bro, and you start to think like, and it'll turn you totally away from your
calling. Your
calling, your real purpose here.
Stop.
You miss your yep. It'll take you away from it, man. Yeah, we get distracted a lot in the hood. That's what the hood will do to you, man. Yeah.
All right, lastly, we want to just wrap it up because we always get like some type of dating advice. What is a advice you give to a younger you or somebody that's like watching this right now and they trying to get out there and like, because the dating scene is very hectic anyway, right? But like with some like,
you're gonna die. Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, right?
Shoot your shot, man. Like,
okay, where you going?
I don't care, bro. It's so crazy because I got way more courageous after my injury, bro. It's to the point what's this song Biggie got? Notorious B.I.G. What he said?
He said
no, he said this one song. He said nothing to lose tattooed around my gun boom. So I got shot in the back. And to me, it's just like I was literally gonna get that, but long story short, I didn't get it. But I just feel like now I have I have nothing to lose ever since my injury, bro. I have everything to gain. Like, what am I scared of? Like after you done lost your legs, what more could they take from you? You get what I'm saying? Like you really can't take much more from me now. It's like now I don't even care. Now I'm jumping clean smooth out the window. As soon as I think of something, I'll be like, word, what? Okay, boom. Like I'm on it and I go with my gut feeling and my instincts and I don't care anymore because I feel like that's what held me back so many years from being great. It was me thinking of what people thought of me or just thinking, way too much of the situation instead of like just now, doing. Like now I'm just into doing and seeing it through and like I just want a life full of experiences, bro. And that's what I'm gaining through this, which is also making me, I don't know, it's giving me more wisdom and more experiences. It's making me able to fit in more rooms because I'm putting myself out there and going through all these different experiences as just sitting in the hood, just like, I ain't doing that. I'm too cool. Things be too cool to do stuff. So and that's keep you, I'm saying, so in a box. Put yourself in a box. Like
automatically.
Yeah, that's how I fight. I'm getting up out of there. So, man.
Yeah, my perspective, to me, my advice, to be honest, is learn yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying? And work on your skills, right? Like, one of the, greatest compliments I ever had from like one of my exes, she was like, like she feels safe around me. She was like, I don't have to think. Like I'm comfortable being around you. I don't have to think, you know what I mean? I know but she obviously had to see me go through a lot of tests, like in order to feel that comfortable.
Course,
right. And another ex told me like, I'm very reliable, right? Like, so those things I had to work on myself in order to be that man for my significant other at the time.
Great character traits, by the way. And that's what also makes women feel their softest and purest when they can be that way around. If a man is that way, it takes all the pressure off of them to just relax and be in their femininity.
So and those are traits that you just work on. That's what I'm saying. There's no money involved in that. You know what I mean? You don't gotta, those are simple things. You get what I'm saying? Just to put in your little notebook, your little pad, and you good. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, man. So, this first episode we just did ourselves, you know what I mean, bro?
Just
like
me and bro, couch talk,
regular talk. Y'all take what y'all take out of this. You know what I'm saying? Continue to subscribe. You know what I mean? And just keep on sharing the pod. You know what I mean? It's helping so much people. I know you guys glad that we was able to continue. We got a few more episodes left for the season, and you know what I mean. We thank y'all for all this journey.
Yeah,
we've been doing it for like 3 years now.
Yeah, so thankful for you guys for following it. Oh yeah, and listen, by the time you guys see this, listen, it's gonna be a new year, so wish you guys all the best this year. And whatever your dreams are, whatever, just go for it. Put yourself out there. Don't be scared. Attack it. And be relentless and be consistent. Also. Remember, me and Wolf was talking about that earlier because consistency.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, just go for it. Fuck it. You got nothing to lose 2024.
That's it, yeah, nothing to lose. Everything to gain. That's it. 2024, let's get it.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year, y'all.